One of the most interesting stories that I ever came across in the topics of mental health and happiness was that of a young woman named Sarah from Britain. And her story was set post 2008 when the financial crash happened. She was a extremely bright young university graduate with 2 degrees and a PhD, and she was expecting to become a partner in a law firm. She had her whole career mapped out. Well, how her life actually turned out was a tragic story, and it demonstrates the power of certainty and its important role when it comes to happiness and our mental health. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. So, before we go on, if you haven't heard of me before, my name is Simpson. I am a massage clinic owner along with my wife. We do over 150 appointments per week. And this video is just an education video. I usually talk about marketing and business for massage therapists, but I also do something different with these videos where I also talk about mental health and happiness, because at the end of the day, what's the point of growing a successful business if we're not happy and content with our lives? So that's why I do some of these topics, and today is on certainty. So back to the story with Sarah. So she was on top of the world when she graduated. Now, I got this story from a book from Johan Hari's book, Lost Connections, an amazing book if you want to read it. But he spoke of the story of this lady, Sarah, who was on top of the world. She was expecting to be a partner in a law firm. But what happened was she graduated around the time of the 2008 financial collapse. Now, she could not get a job. Okay. She was hugely qualified, top of her class, but law firms were getting rid of staff, lawyers, massively after this. So she couldn't find a job. So she eventually looked for jobs outside of her profession. So she started looking for menial jobs, jobs that were frankly like normally would be below her, but she would just like go for normal jobs. And what she quickly found out was, after speaking to all these interviewers, was she was overqualified for all these roles. Okay. So they knew that once the economy recovered, she was going to leave and go back to a law degree. So no matter what she tried, she promised to stay with them. She could not get a job. So this person who has been to university, top of her class for 10 years, literally about to be destitute and homeless. So what she did one day, she answered an ad for a cold calling charity business. So this kind of business that I guess is in partnership with a charity, and they cold call people all day to sell them on making donations. So she took this job because these jobs will take anyone. So she took the job, and what she found was her life quickly spiraled out of control with feelings of depression, anxiety, and it was mostly from her feelings of uncertainty. What would happen was every night after all of the call center operators went home, they fired the lowest performing operators. And so you'd get a text that night to say, come to work tomorrow or not. Right. And then they would just find new people. So imagine that she's going home from work with this lowly paid call center job. No idea. Imagine if you went home every night and you had no idea you were going to have a job tomorrow. Like, that would wreck you. That is the ultimate uncertainty. So that is an example of extreme levels of uncertainty. But as a business owner yourself, if you're a massage therapist watching this, I'm assuming you work for yourself or you have a business. We have a lot of uncertainty in our lives as well. And today I want to talk about what you can do to increase your levels of certainty, because if you want to live a happy, content, fulfilled life, you need to add levels of certainty into your life. Certainty that you can earn a living no matter what. Certainty that you're going to be able to provide for your family, that you're going to be able to pay your rent, pay your mortgage. Okay, so what I have found is the more I invested across my journey as a business owner, so I've been in business at this point over 7 years, and we've had multiple businesses that we've built up, is that the more I invested in learning marketing, business, mentorships, mastermind groups, the more confident and more certain I became. See, before you start in business, you might be thinking, I'll just give it a go. I might succeed, I might fail. Whereas if you upskill yourself in learning how to run a business, learning how to get clients whenever you want them, no matter what happens, you will be confident and certain that you can generate customers. So at the time of making this video, we'd just gone through the Omicron wave in Australia and the world. And I'm in Facebook groups and I see other clinic owners literally having to fire all their staff because no one's turning up. There's 80% cancellation rate every week of people canceling their appointments. And we had a very high cancellation rate after we've booked out every day. But because I was able to generate leads and new clients whenever I wanted them, we could just fill those spots. It wasn't easy to fill the spots last minute, but we would have an abundance of past clients, leads, and we could fill them. So that's just an example of, if I didn't have those skills, it would have been even more stressful than it was. But that led to us being able to stay on track and pay our rent and keep our staff on board, because most places had to get rid of their staff. I guess the moral of the story is, like I said, you're going to go through ups and downs in your business life. Things are going to happen: war, viruses, the economy, things like that. These can affect your business. But if you invest in yourself and invest in your knowledge, you will have the skills to always do well in business. So I guess I wanted to leave you with that, and then just kind of ask you, what do you think you could do to feel more secure, have more certainty in your business life? So I always want you to kind of hope people think about that at the end of these videos and think about how they can apply these lessons to their life. I'd love to hear in the comments what your thoughts are on this, and maybe any experience you've had with a lack of certainty and how you feel you could get past that, or how you got past that, or what you want to do to improve your certainty. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.